Greetings, Kerbal Killers. Welcome back to another episode of How to... No, it isn't. This is an episode of Advanced Guides to Customising KSP. Almost said the wrong intro then. Well, it's your KSP, your rules. Learn to mod the mods. And why the heck not? So, going to be playing a bit of music on this one. Just to make everyone aware that next week, due to PC upgrades, there will not be live streams, scheduled live streams. After that, I'm going to mix the live streams up a little bit, push them out by an hour, and basically do a little bit of wizardry with the three of them. So, where do we start off? Well, we are going to take a look at other mods. When I can find my directory. Yep, over here. Where are you? KSP mods 0.90. Right. There are two distinct types of mods. One that just provides you with additional parts, another that adds functionality to the game. So let's take a look. Let's have a look at well, we've already looked at hex trusses, in beginner's guide. I was trying to think. See here, near future construction. Is that one of them? That's one of them. Let's take near future construction for example. So we go into the mod itself. Go into game data. We've got near future construction directory. And in there's parts and patches. Patches are for the module manager. They basically just patch existing configs. Just turn my speakers down a little bit. So in the parts directory, it says adapters, large trusses and structures. So if you have a look in here, we've got various adapter parts. In large truss, we've got various truss parts, and in structures, we've got docking. Now, any of the mods that contain config files, models, and textures are just a parts mod, so they just add parts to the game. However, if we go into something like CAS, which is Cable Attachment System, go into its game data. Comes with module manager, which is fine, some of them do. If we go into the CAS directory itself, we've got a plugins directory, and there's a CAS DLL. Anything that comes with a DLL adds function to the game, so it's a basically a function mod. So specifically, Cable Attachment System allows cables to attach parts to other parts while the ship has been launched. So of course it needs a DLL for doing it, because it's not native to the game. So that's the distinct difference between the two types of mods. They're still mods, but they come in two categories. So creating DLL is not something I want to go into. It's not something that I personally have looked into. Basically you need advanced programming knowledge, which I believe is C, and you need the KSP, not the KSP, the developer's kit for Unity, as well as specific information about how KSP itself is set up in its internals. So not something that you can cover in sort of a customising guide, and there's plenty of others out there on how to do it. However, all three of these guides are basically showing you exactly how to customize KSP by altering configs. So you can take the stock KSP and change the parts. You can take a mod that provides parts functionality, and provided the modder has done a decent job, you can then change the way that that mod works. So that's what these guides have been all about. After next week, they are of course going to get changed slightly. We will be basically continuing with setting up a completely custom Kerbal-verse. So, is there anything left within KSP that we haven't covered across all three series? Not that I'm aware of, is the answer. In last night's beginner's guide, we pretty much nailed a few minor things that were module based. Very simple to configure them. Even beginners can do it. As I also pointed out last night, that anyone that actually followed my guide on the very first beginner's guide episode, where they duplicated the config file for the orange tank and gave it a new name, they will basically have become a modder because they created their own part. So in less than an hour I converted people into being modders, and that was in the beginner's guide. So what are we going to look at tonight? Well, we're going to be continuing on with the Kerbal-verse. There's a lot of stuff to do, parts to configure, etc. There's a lot of stuff that's got to go into the Kerbal-verse. Kerbal attachment system, attack life support. We've already got fuel balancer in. As you can see, just to point out, Regolith got updated to 0.1.7. The module manager also got a minor update. I can't remember what. Oh, there it is. 2.5.10. That's the latest version at this time. We did install HyperEdit for testing purposes. That's about it. There's a lot of things that need to go into it, a lot of configuring to do, a lot of editing, and so on and so forth. So just bear with me. So, in last night's after party, which went on quite a bit, we actually were looking at the problem of basically space plasma, the stuff between planets on Regolith, and we did get a sort of fix done for it. Now, that being said, we do have other issues, like unobtainium for one not showing up. Still have no idea why that is. So, a lot of config files going on. So while we wait for KSP to open, which may take a while, I'm now going to double check the fallbacks. There's unobtainium type 0, so why is it not in the config? I'll move the fallbacks to over there. Resources over there. Come on. Oh. You there. Well, we've got unobtainium listed for ScanSat. Now explodium and plutonium are there. So why isn't unobtainium? Let's take a look here. Let's chuck you over to KSP. And we're also missing carbon dioxide, I believe. Yep, carbon dioxide is missing. Unobtainium is missing. We've now got all the planets in here. After we spent ages with a McChitty engine going around the planet. So what else is missing from this list? So we've got oxygen, yes. Water, yes. Heavy metals, yes. Space plasma, yes. Nitrogen, yes. Carbon, yes. Sulfur, yes. Xenon gas, no. Carbon dioxide, no. Unobtainium, no. Explodium, yes. Plutonium, yes. So why the hell those three are missing, I don't know. I can't see a config syntax error. Right, in the ScanSat resources anyway. Let's have a look at resources generic. Xenon gas. Well, that's the standard one, so nope. Carbon dioxide, it's in there. Oh, wait a minute. Where's unobtainium? There it is. Unobtainium's in there. So, they're in the resources generic config file. Let's check the fallbacks file. Right, unobtainium type 0 is there. Unobtainium type 1 is there. Unobtainium type 2 is there. I don't think we have unobtainium type 3. Which is weird. No, we don't. So it should come after space plasma. Oh, it's missing from that one. Oh well. So unobtainium type 3. That's in the config. And carbon dioxide type 0 is present. Type 1 is present. Type 2 is present. Type 3 is present. Xenon gas type 0 is present. Type 1. Type 2. And Type 3. There's no reason why those three should not be in this list. Let's go and try something. Let's save that. Let's drop out of KSP and reload. And that's before we do anything in KSP. Just waiting for it to load. Greetings, viewer. I think that's Little King. How's it going? And once again, my Twitch is not telling me anyone that's in chat again. I can see the chat, but it doesn't tell me how many people are in there. helpful. So, slight change to the config, see if we can jostle, scansat and regolith to actually read the resource properly. Definitely something somewhere that's none too happy. Right, okay. KSP started. Now I'm going to take a quick ganders at the log file. Oops, search, find. Right, let's see. Regolith global resource registered for carbon dioxide. Why do we only have one global registered? Global. Here's some more globals. Oh, it's registered the one within. Right, I see what it's done, yeah. So it's registered the change that I put in. So let's see if it behaves itself. And there's carbon dioxide. Okay, so something weird's going on with the fallback config. Right, so let's copy the other configs for the carbon dioxide fallback. Drop them in the carbon dioxide config. And then we want the one for xenon gas. All three types. Copy them. See if this works for the ones that are missing. That's xenon, and we're missing unobtainium. Unobtainium. There's the first one. Copy that. There's the unobtainium config. There you are. Right, there's the type 1 fallback for unobtainium. That's copied over. Got the type 2 fallback now. characters. Copy. Paste. And then we want type 3. Unobtainium. Where are you? There you are. Copy. Paste. Right, save the unobtainium config and restart KSP. Right, see if this picks it up. So hopefully, moving these fallbacks will put the resources into ScanSat for me. In which case I'll just fix that really weird bug that was annoying the living daylights out of me last night. In which case, we then should have resources plastered all over the Kerbal-verse. Resources, there's the carbon dioxide still. There's the unobtainium, there's the xenon gas. Right, fix that bug. Right, let's check the unobtainium config, because we obviously couldn't do that. Right, the unobtainium config says there should be unobtainium planet-wide on Bob. Okay. Bob. There we go. Now that's what I call patching. I think the unobtainium poisoned the Kraken, you know. That's why there's a dead one on there. Wonderful. Right, is our mining ship configured for drilling unobtainium? That's the good question. Where are you? Drilling Atmolander, that's the one. Great, it would be on Eve, wouldn't it? It is indeed configured for unobtainium. It's not configured for xenon and carbon dioxide. Phew, that means I've got to edit its config. Open air intake. Deploy filter. You're not configured for half the stuff that you should be. Ah. Oh yeah, I was being cheaty with this, wasn't I, as well? I'm gonna have to hyper edit this into orbit over bop. Bop, 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 bop. There we go. Now the other annoying thing is, we don't have a detection array on this. So this is going to be fun. Well, we need infinite fuel enabled. And thankfully, we have MacJab. That'll do the job for us. Well, we've pretty much got a 50-50 chance of landing somewhere. Oh my god, you're slow at doing these maps. Resource. Show. Unobtainium. Wrong planet. Please show Bop. Thank you. Oh, God, that takes a while. Come on. Right, it is currently there. It's going to land somewhere around about there, which is in a red patch. We can always do a little hot skip and jump to go and find the patch. Let's finish loading it. Didn't have auto warp enabled for some reason. Okay, lighting bug there in KSP. And MacJab wants to take us out of warp. Oh no, it's not MacJab that wants to do that, it's KSP itself. Oh, let's go ahead and use physics warp. Of course, Sod's law dictates that the first time I land, I don't actually land in a red patch. Or I land on the side of a mountain. Gotta love Makchev's suicide burns. Don't go over. Stay. Right there. Yeah, side of a mountain. Typical. Get rid of you. Oh, I already had the drilling deployed. Start unobtainium filters, and we are collecting unobtainium. Which is there. 1531. That's nice and slow, we like it. That doesn't seem to be wavering. Let's go and pick up the time acceleration. Yeah, complete connection fit. Okay, the stream might go a little bit weird. Great. Come on, Windows, what the hell are you doing? Okay, I think we're back. Not quite sure what on earth Windows is up to. It's doing something it shouldn't do. Why are you hammering so much CPU usage? You shouldn't be. Okay, that's weird. Has KSP gone symmetric multiprocessor? Why are you using 80 odd %? Why are you using 2 cores? That's new. Oh well. Still collecting 1531. So let's time warp. Does that figure change? Or does it drop out? Anything like that? Isn't changing so far. Looking good. And we're full. And no change in collection rate. Oops, I need to fetch whole thing up. Wonderful. So now we need to sort out the air intake, the collection intake. Where is it? Do I have it open or not? Right, that's configured for xenon, carbon dioxide, oxygen, sulfur, nitrogen. We need unobtainium in here. What was the number for unobtainium? What was it? That's unobtainium in. Sulfur, nitrogen, oxygen, xenon, carbon dioxide. We've just added in unobtainium. What else did we put in as a gas? Pretty sure that's about it. save that config. And we need to save that. Reload KSP. Go and pick up that refinery and see if we can collect unobtainium from Joule's atmosphere. That'll be interesting. Oh, shadow glitch. Interesting. Ugh, this song's boring. Right, reload KSP. There we go. Right. So we're now testing the air intake. Obtaining filter is now there. Wonderful. So it's picked up the config changes to the air intake. So now we hyper edit over to Joule. Great. Bring the gear up. What we want to do is to just dip it inside the atmosphere. Right, it says there's nothing to be found. Probably because we're not quite low enough. 142,000. We should be inside the atmosphere at that. Oh, says it's not. 140,123. I'm sure that's inside the atmosphere. Okay. I need to pull up the wiki. Wiki. Okay, help if I can actually spell wiki properly instead of wiki. Joule. At what altitude does Joule's atmosphere start? Great, doesn't say. Wow. Are you kidding me? It doesn't tell me. Oh, wait a minute, I wonder if I selected the wrong thing. I did. Atmosphere. $138,000. Okay. And I would happen to be on the dark side as well, wouldn't it? Says there's nothing. Uh-oh. Oh no, it's flipped around. Do I have RCS on this? Nope, I didn't put RCS on. So if it flipped around, that means it's slowing down. Yep, airspeed slowing down. So this could be interesting. Thank God that I don't have deadly re-entry installed. Oh, I need to dump the unobtainium tanks. There we go. Yay! Collecting unobtainium in Joule's atmosphere. and for some reason it's... Oh, it will do as the ship speed slows down. Because for some reason you can't point prograde. Oh well. Now it says there's none. Weird. Oh, not carbon dioxide, that one. Nope, nothing in unobtainium. Okay. It was printing prograde. Fair enough. So it's got some back now. Now that it's going deeper into the atmosphere, the amount being collected, the rate of being collected is going up. So we might need to change the minimum abundance. Oh, now it's going down again. It's really going down again. Yep. And it's gone. Oxygen, that one. So basically we should gradually slow down and gradually lose height. So hopefully it won't end up being on fire, because that would be bad. There we go. Right, going back up again. I wonder if it could be the layering that's built into regolith. There you go, now it's going back down again. Oh, we're on fire. This could get interesting. Still nothing to collect, that's odd. Nope, still nothing there. I can see we're going to be doing all of this on the dark side. Let's go ahead and burn the engines. Thank God I don't have Deadly Reentry installed. Oh, there we go. Now we've picked up some more now. Oh, sugars flipped. But we are still collecting resources. So let's ride this all the way down and see what it does. If the tank is full, why is there 100% load? That fills up pretty quick. Collection rate's still going up. Why do I get a sneaky suspicion that's going to go completely nuts? Yep, still going up. So even though our speed has dramatically dropped, flow rate's still going up because the atmospheric density is coming up. And we're basically just dropping vertical. Eight units a second. So just watching it as it goes down. You know, I might let it go all the way down to the bottom, just for fun. Might need to reduce the maximum resource as well. Oh, didn't want to do that. So we're at 20 units per second. I think that'll get to about 30 before it goes bang. Curious. I wonder. Can we actually kill our orbit speed? Nope, going back up again. Interesting. Well, let's flip it to surface. Wonder if MetJeb can attempt a landing. Turn auto warp off. Well, actually, it can't warp anyway, we're inside an atmosphere. Land somewhere. This could get interesting. Well, collection rate is above 30 now. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Now, what could I put in Joule's atmosphere that would give it a green glow? Sulfur, nitrogen, carbon dioxide as well? You know what? Why not? I have Joule's config open. So, carbon dioxide. We want planetary resource. Right, that's carbon dioxide in. Nitrogen. Here comes the black hole. And wow, look at that resource collection rate. And where's sulphur? Right, there we go, they're in. They'll take effect next time we restart KSP. So anyone in chat, feel free to chuck up questions. Okay. Definitely a black hole here. I assume that was just a test of the engines. So we're well into the after party here. And we're braking. And well, looks like MacJeb's having a complete connection fit. Onto this, it's minus 4 meters above the terrain. Surface speed is a little bit on the high side. Right, Jeb. Okay, change the fall rate that it's allowed. Maybe that'll help a little bit. Don't have RCS on this, do I? Bring up the help file menu. Nope, no RCS. Well, instead of the blue glow, we're now able to see right through Jewel. That flow rate is now dropping off. Interesting. Now going back up again. And dropping down again. I don't remember going this low into Jewel. What's that? Oh, well, there we go. Minus 250 meters. Weird. I swear they changed that. Might jump back into 2.3.5 and see if they did change it. I'm sure it was a big bluey weird eye thing at the centre. So next up, let's chuck you over to the configs. Atmos scoop. That's the 1.25, and we want all of these are efficiency 5s. So take that into here. These. Right, change. No, I've just done the wrong ones. It's these that I want. Oops, I'll just copy the wrong modules into the part. There we go. Efficiency 5. 5. Is that it? This should be, oh, there we go. Greetings, Shirty. Just out walking the dog again. That's fair enough. Just configuring part content configs at the moment. You've just missed me flying into the centre of Joule, or rather falling into the centre of Joule. And in 0.90, Squad have changed things for the centre of Joule, and it's such an anticlimax. Because before, in like 2.3.5 and before, and probably a couple of versions after that, there was just a great big blue eye at the centre of Joule. I know, it's such a big anticlimax. Right, so that's the 2.5 meter Atmos scoop. Right, let's go into the VAB. And how are you today, Shirty? And how's the Woofy? Do 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 do. There we go. Sensor array computing nose cone. It's in squad parts. Is it the avionics nose cone? Looks about right. That's the one. So duplicate that config. Right, we'll call it the Atmo sensor. Oops. Atmospheric sensor cone. That'll do. Detects atmospheric composition. Yeah, but the fun thing about SimCity was that you've got to pack everything into a small area. Or at least in SimCity 3000 it was that was the case. Having said that, if you built your own custom map, well, you could set them quite big. Right, so we want KA detection array and we want the info for type 2 scanners. Is that one. Now in our part we can get rid of the science experiment module and replace it with the regolith module. Right, now we need to know what resources we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, first one is xenon gas. Second one is nitrogen. And sulfur. And oxygen. And carbon dioxide. And the last one's going to be unobtainium. Oops. Save that. I don't think I've played SimCity before. No, I don't think I have. When was it released? He says, asking the guy that's walking the dog in the rain. Right. That's the nose cone. That's the original K detection array, which is designed for space plasma rather than ground stuff. So let's edit that so that it only looks for space plasma in space. Right, we need some more sensor modules. What's this? No, can't use that. Or can I? Not really. Okay, this is where we come out KSP and jump into other mods and see what parts we can steal. Let's jump into Interstellar. I think I've got that set up. Oh, in a vertical way, yeah. Yeah, I think I noticed that with SimCity 3000. You could park houses right at the very top, and, well, none of them had any sort of issues with altitude sickness. Right, Interstellar, where are you? There you are. I'll wait for that to start to load. And then I'll go and grab a coffee. Yeah, been streaming for 2 hours already. Right, so I'll be back in a bit. I'll try not to bust my headset, but I'm back. Okay, for some reason, KSP Interstellar just shows me a black screen. Yay! I know what that's all about. Let's crash out of it. Right. Let's go fix that, and it's a config error. It's because it tried to run full screen while I've got OBS running. So a simple way to fix that is we'll go grab our settings file from How to Mod Advanced. So that's settings.cfg. Copy that file, and we'll go into the Interstellar directory, and then we will overwrite its settings config. There we go. Job done. Load Interstellar, and it should come up with the same screen settings as How to Mod Advanced. Well, all three of them are set up the same, but okay, why is monitor 1 gone black? Oh god, here we go. Am I going to start fighting with KSP tonight?